Orchard Street studio. And tonight we'll get to know three of our area's top girls' high school basketball players. We'll introduce our guests in just a moment as soon as we're done thanking those responsible for bringing you tonight's show, along with letting you know about some upcoming high school sports basketball showcases and Lingelstown Gazette sports podcasts. So let's start with our sponsors. These are Lingelstown Gazette's platinum sponsors, and they are Capital Region Insurance Agency, Payer Apparel, Team PA, AAU Basketball, Ted's Bar and Grill, the Tire Mart, Robert H. Hoke, American Legion, Post 272, Crystal Bobbitt, Iron Valley Real Estate, Hoffman Ford, Tonino's Pizza, and Sam Hartley Decking. Thank you to these great local businesses for their continued support of Lingelstown Gazette Sports and our area's student athletes. Up next, let's tell you that the annual Hoops for Harmony is taking place this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in the York, PA area. These are boys and girls games, 3 different locations. These are really kind of high level. A lot of these matchups, there's teams from all over the state. And if you like high school basketball, go try to check this out. There's more information at hoopsforharmony.weebly, weebly.com. A couple, at least one, maybe 2 of the venues, the locations have changed, but do try to get out and check that out if you have the opportunity. Another, I guess we'll call this another showcase, will be on Monday, MLK Day, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, that is, the I Have a Dream High School Basketball Classic. Again, this Monday, there are 2 girls' games, J.P. McCaskey versus Susquehanna Township at noon, and then Bishop McDevitt versus Central Dauphin at 2, followed by a boys' game at 4, and that is Central Dauphin versus Central York. And there's kind of a prettier flyer there, but that one leaves out the first girls' game. So anyway, 2 girls' games and a boys' game. We have a second girls' basketball interview show coming up in 2 weeks from tonight. And that interview will involve Middletown's Jay LaCosier, Susquehanna Township's Ava London, and Central Dauphin's Kayana Taylor. So 3 girls tonight, 3 girls 2 weeks from tonight. And then we also have a boys show every Sunday night. And we have some really great coaches. We open with coaches as our opening guests. Upcoming, we have John Allen from Coatesville, Kerry Glover from York William Penn. Then we have Jason Fisher from Devon Prep, and then we're going to try to get Coach Rick Perez from Reading. He'll probably be the after the other 3. He was supposed to be with us this past weekend, ended up at the Eagles game. So these are great statewide coaches having really good seasons, and we're excited to have them all on. So anyway, before we bring the girls in, I want to mention that the photos that we use, a lot of them, some of them, are compliments of Penn Live. And they're very well done professional photos. We borrow them, and we thank Penn Live for the opportunity to do that. So anyway, here we have, drum roll, please, 3 of the area's top girls basketball players. And I say that because they are, not just because they're on my show. We'll start with the upper right, Lyla Kaercher from Cedar Cliff, Maycee Yanoski going clockwise from Mechanicsburg, and then Samirah Mamoudou from Central Dauphin East, or as Samirah probably refers to it, as East High, right?
Yes.
You prefer East High?
Yeah, East High.
Kind of gives you your own identity because Central Dauphin can have the CD part, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're all seniors, and I'm excited. It took Lyla and Maycee and I, we were kind of grinding there to get this together, right? Everybody's got good schedules.
Yeah.
So we did it. So let's start with Lyla and talk about your introduction. We don't want to drag this out too much, but I think viewers want to know, how were you introduced to basketball? When did you start playing? Who introduced you to it?
Sure. I have 2 older sisters who've played basketball their whole lives as well, but I started out over at Camp Hill United Methodist in preschool. I played for the little team, and then I played a couple years at St. Teresa's, my church, and then moved up to Cedar Cliff. So I've been playing ever since 5-6 years old.
Long time.
Yeah.
And it shows. You can tell. How about you, Maycee?
For me, my dad played basketball in college, so I mean, he kind of got me into it when I was young, and I played at like Rutherford Youth Center in Harrisburg for a while, and then I played at St. Catherine's. And then when I moved to Mechanicsburg, I started playing here.
So you were probably like an East High area.
Yeah, I lived right there.
Grew
Yeah.
up? Now, this is about you and not your brother, but I have to bring your brother in, bring his name into this because he probably had some level of influence on you, right?
Yeah, I think
Brother's Champs, by the way. He was on this show, I think, last year. And he was a real high level athlete at Mechanicsburg. Did you guys ever have a chance to go toe to toe when you were growing up?
I think we played on the same team maybe at Rutherford for a little bit, but we would like play outside together and stuff. So we definitely did stuff together when we were growing up. Yeah.
Did you think it helped your development at all?
Yeah, definitely. Because
it had to, right?
He would do like structured drills and like help me with different things, and I would kind of just like shoot around, but he would make me like actually work out when I was shooting with him. So.
And how's he doing in college?
He's doing good. He doesn't like play a whole bunch, but I think he's gonna try and redshirt for next year.
All right, good. Samirah, how about you? When did you start playing?
I started playing. Well, first I was doing gymnastics, but then I got into basketball by my mom because she played in high school, and we was watching a basketball game one day, and I was just interested after that. And then after that I played for the Boys and Girls Club. Well, it was team. Well, now the name's Team PA, but it used to be CD Travel Select.
Yes.
That was the old name. And then after that, then in middle school and then high school, and then
So somewhere over the course of those years, you developed a very strong offensive game. I will say that. Do you like handling the ball and shooting the ball? And I mean, you're not a selfish player either. You know, you take a lot of shots, but you make a lot of shots. Is that something that you've always had a knack for, being around the ball and scoring?
Yes.
Yeah, I full disclosure, I was at her game last night against Central Dauphin, and she played a whale of a game. She had like half of her team's points. And I never once, though, Samirah, thought that you were a selfish player, that you were trying to hog the ball or get all the shots, because, you know, you were bringing the ball up and getting your teammates looks, and you guys played a really good game, by the way.
Thank you.
So, Lyla, let me bring you in here and ask you to go back 3 years, okay? Because I find this interesting. You were a freshman on the 30-1 team, right?
Yep.
Do I have that right? What a whirlwind that had to have been. I mean, to be a member, it was a team that didn't lose until the state championship game, and so you had no losses. And the focus isn't on the loss in the state championship game. The focus is on what a fabulous season you guys had. And what was it like? You know, it was your first year playing, you know, varsity basketball, being around all those great players, you know, really high-end talented players, and being on that team.
It was awesome. Like I said, I have two older sisters, so I already knew like a bunch of the girls on the team just from my older sister, Ryan. They were a year below her, so I just missed her, but I was already like friends with all the girls, and I had played with Olivia Jones at St. Teresa's for a couple years. So it was just awesome to be able to be included on the team with them. I was a swing player my freshman year, so I didn't get any time on varsity, which is completely understandable because we had an amazing like set of girls. But just being undefeated and getting to the state championship was like just a great experience.
Yeah, that's just one of those things that you'll always have kind of in your back pocket.
Right,
You'll never forget it. If you and the girls get together 10 years from now, 20, 30, you'll always have something to talk about and something to share.
Yeah.
But then, you know, you come back for your sophomore season, and you probably were going to have the opportunity to kind of grow, as most sophomores would, from freshman to sophomore. But then you had a player transfer out. You had some other players who were multi-sport athletes decide not to play basketball and it's focused on their other sports. And all of a sudden, you're kind of that, you know, it. And that's what you expect. You had good teammates too. Okay, so I'm not going there, but you really had to grow up quickly, didn't you?
Yeah.
Were you ready for that? Was it kind of a shocker when you started finding?
Shock. We knew we were losing a huge group of seniors, which were like a majority of our starters, but we weren't really expecting to lose all the other girls in the junior class. So that was definitely shocking. There's a lot of girls in my grade over on our team. So all of us really had to step up and like get into these uncomfortable roles that we weren't really prepared for.
What a
But
great way of putting it. That's exactly how it kind of seemed to me. Like, man, how are these girls ready for this? You just had to be, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, you're right though. I forgot the seniors all left. Of course, they graduated, and then there was a handful of juniors, and who was left but you and some of your other teammates that had to kind of take the baton and say, now it's our turn, it's our time. So, but you guys did a great job. Maycee, you on the other hand have kind of grown up with some of your teammates, right? You guys have been together for a while, and am I correct in that you guys have all 5 of your starters back from last year?
Yes, you're correct.
Isn't that something? And you guys had a great year last year. I guess I don't even want to say slow out of the gate. You lost a couple games, at the very beginning. I never lost faith in you. I know you guys have a really good team, but just talk a little bit about your teammates and what it's like playing with them and what it's been like over the years growing up with them.
I mean, like my teammates, they would be like, they're like my best friends, and they would be even if we didn't have basketball. So like, and I just spend a lot of time with them outside of basketball. So it makes playing with them, well, sometimes it makes playing with them easier, but we're also like closer. So I feel like I'm able to like not get mad at them, but like push each other more.
Right. No, there's some value to that. There definitely is.
And I've met like a bunch of I've met a bunch of my like now close friends through basketball, and we do things that aren't basketball related. So it just like helps bring us together.
Good. So you guys feel like you're kind of finding a groove here now?
Yeah, we, like you said, we started out slow, which I wasn't really expecting because we had all our starters back. But recently I'm feeling more confident in our team. I just think we had a rough start.
I think this kind of the area, people that follow girls basketball, we all know that you guys are going to be fine, and that the important part of the season's coming up here soon. So okay, so Samirah, you kind of come from a different background as far as your program. Okay, you guys have an opportunity to possibly have the first winning season and the first season qualifying for the playoffs in 8 years. And I remember a time when East High girls basketball was strong year in and year out, had a lot of really good players, and it's been a while. You guys have a little bit of energy there. Do people understand that, if you guys finish the right way and win some games, that you'll have a chance to do something that no other East High teams have done in a while?
Yes.
And I mean, how's Coach treating that? He came over to win, and he's had a couple rough seasons. Has he got some energy as far as getting you guys going and hopefully get you into the playoffs?
Yes, he's been pushing us more in practice, and like he's just been like on our tails like 25-8, making sure like even outside of basketball, making sure like we're eating right and staying focused in school and stuff like that.
That's wonderful. Yeah, diet and nutrition and let's just call it diet and exercise are two of the things that a lot of times high school athletes leave out because you're young. You want to eat Pop-Tarts and candy and all that. Lyla, Maycee, do you guys pay attention to that kind of stuff?
Yeah, Coach White had us in the gym a lot this summer and just before the season started, lifting and stuff. So I think a lot of us like found an interest in that and liked watching the weights go up. I know personally I am interested in the nutrition stuff, but that's just like my personal interest. But yeah, we definitely have been in the gym a lot this season.
Maycee, how about you?
Yeah, like the nutrition thing, I mean, I try and eat something that I know give me energy and stuff. And our assistant coach is always telling us like to sleep right and like eat right before a game, and we'll drink like energy drinks, and she'll like take a picture of it and say she's gonna look up the ingredients and stuff. But a lot of us try to like do it and eat well.
Good. Okay, so let's ask you all three the same question. Let's start with go back to Lyla. Do you guys have like a natural? They call it a natural rivalry. Is there somebody, a team that you guys kind of circle on your calendar and go, that's the game we really want to win? Do you have one of those teams?
Honestly, well, we have a rivalry with Redland, but that's just because they're in our district. So that's always a big game. It always like sells out and all of the people come. We get a student section and everything. But honestly, our game with Mechanicsburg, it's always a great game. They have a great team and it's always a close one, very upbeat, a lot of energy. So we look forward to that game. It's always a good one.
And you have one in the books and one coming up, right?
Yep.
How about you, Maycee? What do you guys have a rivalry?
With our school, I feel like it's Northern, just because like with football and then with basketball, I feel like it's usually a big game. But in our division, I would also say Cedar Cliff, just because that's who we've been the most competitive with throughout the last years, and it's always like a close game.
And let me ask you this. Let's have a little bit of fun here. What would be the scouting report, Maycee, on Lyla Kaercher? What does she bring? What does she do? What does she bring to the game?
Okay, I'm pretty sure I'm like nervous my coach is gonna see this and like I'm gonna be wrong. But
just keep it kind of just general. Keep it general. What does she do well? Let's just say that. What does she do well?
You're left-handed, right?
I am, yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's like the left-handed, like on the block, like the layup. It's like that one play.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
I know
that's good enough. I don't want to get you in any trouble with Coach McAllister. Lyla, what about Maycee? What do you know about her? How could she do some damage?
Well, their whole entire team, they're great shooters. So Coach Wine's always honest about getting out to the 3-point line. But Maycee's I would say her scouting report is always she's a great shooter, so we have to get out on her, and she's also really good off the drive. So we always have to be in help and make sure that like we're not giving her that layup that she's good at.
No, that's a scouting report there. All right, so we all survived that, right? Nobody's in any trouble. Yeah. I get it. You guys have big games coming up against one another. Samirah, let's go back to you. And do you guys have a rivalry? I mean, I know you're close to Central Dauphin, you're close to Harrisburg, but is there that one team that you're like, man, if we win one game, it's going to be against this one?
It's definitely CD. It's definitely CD.
That's
always been like
Redland and
a rivalry.
Cedar Cliff. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You were saying you have the rivalry with CD.
Mm-hmm. Rivalry with CD, not only because like they're like close to us, but like because the girls on the other team, like we all know them and we all like train with them. We all played with them during AAU, so it's just fun to play against them.
Right. I watched it last night when you guys were all shaking hands. I mean, it was a tough battle. It really was.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys, I could tell that you guys kind of knew each other and nobody was like real angry or anything like that. But so that's why then, right? You guys were kind of friendly with one another. Okay, let's go back to Lyla. What do we have here? Lyla, do you play any other sports?
Well, I used to play soccer. I actually played soccer my whole life up until my like high school career. I stopped playing soccer. And then this year I'm going to attempt to pick up lacrosse because Coach Wyatt is actually the lacrosse coach now.
He is.
And Sam, she's on our team, and Hannah and Addison, they play lacrosse, so they convinced a bunch of us to come over. So I'm trying that out. But basketball is just like my main one that I've stuck with.
I have a feeling you'll be okay in lacrosse.
I hope so.
How about you, Maycee? Any other sports?
Yeah, I've played soccer my whole life, but like I'm done with it now because I'm not playing college or anything, and high school season just ended. But yeah.
Do you guys find that less student athletes play multiple sports now, or is that just kind of in my head? I mean, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing a little more of it. Do you guys have multi-sport athletes in your school?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of them.
Yeah.
Samirah, you do too?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's transition over to let's talk about your coaches. Samirah,
Okay.
Terrell Seward. You're Coach Terrell Seward, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about Coach Seward and what he brings to the team and what his approaches are and his expectations.
His expectations, well, first what he brings to the team is that intensity and that hunger. Like he brings because he takes so much pride in basketball, even when he played, he said. So he wants us to just be great at everything we do. Like every possession, he wants it to be we hustle every single possession. And what other question did you say? What other?
No, just kind of what what he brings to the team, and that's what you answer. What his expectations are. What is he like as a coach?
As a coach, oh, he's cool. Like he's very fun. He likes to have fun, laugh. He gives us
Good.
candy like right before the games.
Does he really? And does he give you the green light offensively?
Yes.
Yeah. No, and I just say that I'll say again, you know, you're I think one of the top offensive players in the area, and
Mm.
it's for a coach to have a player like that, you almost have to say, listen, if you get a look, you got to take it. You know, a lot of times it's going to be the best look you're going to get. So let's move over to Coach Scott Wyant, and I'm going to tell you right now, he's definitely one of the best coaches that I've seen in this whole area, and I've been covering high school sports for a while. Talk a little bit about Coach Scott Wyant, Lyla.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I could not be more grateful for the coaching staff we have, especially Coach Wyant. He's like so involved with everything, even with our younger girls. Like every Saturday he's at every single one of their elementary games, reffing, running the clock, doing all of that. So he's just a very involved coach, and like if you're slightly off in a practice, he's gonna notice and check up on you. He also brings that like Samirah said, the hunger. Like he wants all those wins, and the past 2 years he was a little bit easier on us just because we were a younger team. But this year he definitely has higher expectations since we're older now, and yeah, he's a great coach.
And I think it's worth mentioning. You just mentioned that he's also the lacrosse, the girls lacrosse coach. He took that position because the school needed one.
Right. Yep. Our
Yeah,
school.
I mean that's
we were
that's stepping up. You know, that's really stepping up.
Yep. He's very dedicated and involved in all of our sports.
And then he's a wide receiver coach in football.
Yep.
Okay, so how about Coach Clay McAllister, Maycee? Another one of my favorite coaches.
The biggest thing I would say is that he's always super prepared. Like he always knows what the other team's gonna do, all our matchups, like their tendencies, and it like helps us a lot because we can go over their plays and stuff. Also, I think that since our group's more experienced, like a lot of us have been starting for a while and like have played varsity minutes before, he like trusts us a lot to like know what we're doing. He kind of gives us some leeway. But he also like wants the best for us, and he spends a lot of time trying to make sure we're ready.
And you could feel that from being around him, that how much he cares about you. Yeah, good. Okay, Samirah, I want to back up a little bit. I forgot to ask you this question. Do you play any other sports?
No, I don't.
You don't? You're all in
Just
for basketball.
Yeah, just basketball.
Do any of the other coaches try to get you to play any other sports?
Oh, the track coach did. He tried to get me to do high jump.
I'm sure he did. Yeah. But you're not interested in that, though?
No.
No, that's okay. How about off-season routines? Do any of you have an off-season routine, like I guess a year-round routine that do you belong to any gyms, or do you do any running or anything like that, Lyla?
You mean just like individually or with our team?
No, individually. Yeah, just something that you're dedicated to keep yourself in shape.
Yeah. We have like gym stuff down in my basement, so sometimes I'll go down and lift and like walk on the treadmill and stuff, but not like too much of a set thing that I always do.
And I don't know how important it is at your age either, but you know, it just I know sometimes, like you said, how Coach Wyant likes you guys to lift weights and stuff. Now that could be the edge. That could be the little edge that you have over your competitor. If everything else is equal, if you're in better shape, that you may be able to, you know, get the best of her that night. Maycee, how about you?
Yeah, I would go to this gym called Ignite, and they give you like, it's like sport specific workouts, and then you can like speed and agility and stuff. And I think it helped me a lot.
Samirah, are you into working out at all outside of basketball?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I would lift like two times a week, and then after lift, I would go to basketball, or I'll go to basketball then go lift. But if I'm not lifting, I'll do like 2 a days. So I'll go in the morning and then in the afternoon.
Oh my, that doesn't sound fun. I guess if you want to get better, that's the way you do it, huh?
Yeah.
What we'll stick with you, Samirah. Did your team get together and set any goals at the beginning of the season?
To be honest, no, we didn't. We didn't set any goals. We didn't. We just wanted to go out there and just, how we looked at it was just playing together. Like, it's our last year. Like, let's just have fun and just play together. We didn't set any goals.
That's a goal. Seriously, that is a goal. How about you, Lyla? If that's between you and your teammates, that's okay. But there are any kind of general goals? You know, we want to win this, we want to win that, we want to go this far, and anything like that.
Yeah. Or sorry.
Wait.
No, I was going over to Lyla. I didn't. Did I interrupt
okay.
you, Samirah? Did I
No,
interrupt you? Okay. All
No.
right. Go ahead, Lyla.
I would say our goal last year we made it into the first round of districts, but we lost to Dallastown. So I would say our main goal, we kind of just try and take it like one thing at a time. But starting out, our main goal is to get like further than the first round of districts and make it farther through.
And that's a very good Dallastown. The team that you lost to last year won the district championship.
Right. And they were our first game this season.
I know they were, and you stuck with them.
Yeah.
There's an asterisk to your 2 losses that you took early in the season. And one of the asterisks is you lost to Dallastown, who could end up winning the district championship again. They're very good. And,
right. Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think that's a bad loss at all. That can kind of get you ready for the rest of the season. Maycee, do you guys have any specific goals that you're trying to reach?
We didn't really get together and like set any goals, but I think we all have expectations for the team. Like mid-pens is always a goal, districts, making states, stuff like that.
So you know what you have to do to have a chance at mid-pens, right?
Yeah.
And that's coming up when?
Lyla?
I have it on my calendar, but
I have it on my calendar.
Next week, maybe?
Yeah, it's either next week or the following one.
I love that you guys are living in the day. You're living in today. And I mean that. Coaches, they don't like that when you're looking ahead to, looking down the road. They want you to stay in today's practice even. Don't even get into the next game. Stay in today's practice. Good night's sleep, do your homework, and then worry about tomorrow. So, but yeah, that's going to be one of the biggest games in this area, all season long is the upcoming. And that will be Mechanicsburg at Cedar Cliff, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I should be there for that one. That should be fun. Okay, let's totally shift gears here. Go back to Samirah. What do you like to do when you're not playing basketball? Do you have any pastimes or hobbies?
I like to go
shopping. We all like that.
Yeah. And I like to, and other than that, I like to build Legos on the side. I like to build Legos.
That's cool. I'm glad I asked. That's really cool. How about you, Lyla? What do you like to do as a hobby or pastime?
I have a huge family, so we're always doing like dinners and stuff like that. But my hobbies, I really like baking, so I do a lot of baking.
Do you really?
Yep.
It's not easy. That's kind of an art. You know that, don't you?
Yeah.
You could screw up a baked good a lot easier than you could screw up a cooking item.
Yeah.
With cooking, you throw a little more oil in or a little more salt or pepper.
Once you cook it, it's done.
With baking, it's a science, and that's really cool. What do you like to bake? Anything specifically?
I would say the thing I bake the most is probably cookies. But
nice.
Yeah.
Do you kind of go off a little bit around the holidays?
Yeah, my mom and I definitely acquired that from her. She is a big baker, so we definitely do a lot of baking around the holidays.
I love that. So we have Legos and baking so far. How about you, Maycee?
I like to read, or I go out to eat with my friends a lot.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right, so let's how about plans for after high school? You're all seniors. If you're not sure, that's okay. Okay, I don't want to put any pressure on you, but Samirah, do you have any goals to continue your education or continue playing basketball?
Yes, after high school, I plan to go to college and play.
Okay, you're starting to shop around for colleges yet? I'm sure you're on their list. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Have you visited any schools yet?
Yeah, I visited Pitt, Johnstown, Westchester, and Pace University out in Westchester, New York.
Nice. Okay, well, we wish you well there. They're gonna get an awesome basketball player and a nice young lady, whoever you end up with. How about you, Lyla? What are your plans for after high school?
My plan is to most likely go to Penn State, Maine. I haven't fully decided on that yet, but just to major in hospitality management.
Okay, so you're planning on working hard then, right? That's a tough that's a tough field, hospitality management. I worked in that field for years, and
Oh,
it's
really?
very gratifying, but it's hard work, you know.
Yeah.
And what about Penn State, Maine? Do you like?
I do really like how big it is and like all the sporting events. So I think it seems super fun.
Yeah, just that it's Penn State, Maine, right?
Yeah, and it's also pretty close to home. So if I wanted to come home for like a weekend, I could easily drive back.
Absolutely. How about you, Maycee? Any plans for after high school?
Yeah, I'm going to West Virginia and I'm going to major in forensic biology.
Oh, wow. Now, what does a forensic biologist do?
It's like crime scene, but like with the DNA and stuff.
Oh, that sounds so interesting. Oh man, I would love that. So that's awesome. So you two are definitely two student athletes that could easily play at the next level, and you're choosing a school and a major over the opportunity to do that. And I applaud you for that. I really do, because I think the easy thing sometimes is just say, just go maybe choose a whatever school it is just to play basketball. But you guys have your goals set already, it sounds like, and that's awesome. I really like hearing that. And there's always another pickup games or intramurals or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys will be able to play sports after this year. Okay, so let's talk about this. I have some books. Okay, I have a box of Dr. Seuss books, and you guys know why I have them, right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know anything about that until you mentioned it, but
really,
I didn't know.
Maycee did though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I found this, Lyla, on your Facebook page.
Okay.
You have a book donation drive, by the way, Lyla. Okay. And so there will be a friendly competition against the Mechanicsburg basketball teams. And this, I'm putting this up not for your sake so much as if anybody's watching this. These books I bought it was less than $30 for 5 hardbound, really nice books, and please help if you're able. I will deliver the books if I collect any from anybody out there in the in viewer land and that's watching. I will deliver them over to Cedar Cliff or Mechanicsburg, and I'm going to put these. I know that you guys are having a competition. These are going to go like just in the general fund, though. Okay, that'll just go. I don't want to. I was thinking about whichever team wins, I'll donate it to their side, but I don't like that. These are books and they're for a donation, so we'll just put those in with at the very end and just add them to the. So I think that's really cool. Obviously, kids need books, and I mentioned I was talking to one of you before. I think Lyla. Next to kind of like food and shelter, there's some really important essentials in life. Books are really, really important, and if kids don't have access to books, it's a very bad situation. So, so that's that. Now we're going to kind of wind down, and we do something that I like to call keeping it light. Does anybody know what keeping it light is? All right, good. You're not supposed to know. These are going to be questions that have nothing to do with high school basketball, nothing to do with anything that we just discussed for the last 33 minutes. These are just about life in general, what you guys like to do outside of school and sports. So, Samirah, you want to go first?
Sure.
All right, good. Favorite musical artist? Or one that you like. I don't if that's too much pressure, just one that you like. Who are you listening to right now?
Right now? It's gonna sound crazy. Barry White.
That's not crazy to me. So how'd you get into Barry White? You guys, Lyla, Maycee, do you know who Barry White is?
No.
Samirah, I love that you are listening to Barry White. How'd you get into Barry White?
Oh, from TikTok. I heard like a sample, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, I gotta listen to this."
That's a groove, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's when I was younger. That's when he had his career. So that's why we do keeping it light. I love that answer. Okay, let's go to Lyla. How about favorite sports team? Any sport, any level. Can't be Cedar Cliff girls basketball.
This might be surprising, but I honestly don't really watch sports.
That's okay. Then I'll give you a different question.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah.
How about do you have any pets?
I do, yeah. I have a little dog named Maycee. She's a mini Aussie Doodle.
Maisie. Okay. All right. Ready, Macy?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to ask you this one because there's a reason behind it. And favorite book? You said you like to read. What's your favorite book or one of your favorites?
Kind of like a favorite author.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, Karen McManus. She does like murder books.
Murder books.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So my version of that was John Grisham. Are you familiar with John Grisham?
I am not.
Get it. Pick up a John Grisham book. They're murder mysteries, like law related murder. You would like that. With that you if you like murder books and you want to be a forensic biologist, John Grisham would be your kind of writer.
Okay.
Start with the first one. I think it was either Time to Kill or time, I don't know what it was, but just you'll like it for sure. Okay, Samirah, let's go back to you. How about what's your go-to meal? If it's your birthday and somebody says, I'm going to cook for you whatever you want, or I'll take you out to dinner. What do you like to eat? Can you hear me, Samirah? She's frozen. Lyla, I'm going to ask you that question. I like that question. Do you have a favorite meal?
Favorite meal? I'm always down for like a good burger and fries.
That's my favorite.
Yeah.
A burger.
Yeah.
That's my absolute favorite. Even if I love lobster, I love steaks, I love all that stuff. But I'll tell you what, there's nothing that beats a burger.
Yeah.
Where do you go? Do you have a favorite place to go for a burger?
My family's like go-to restaurant is Cafe Fresco down in Harrisburg.
Great
So
restaurant.
yeah, I'd probably say there.
Okay, good. Are you back with us, Samirah?
Yes, it was my
Okay.
Wi-Fi. I don't know. It's
Okay,
like-
that's all right. Do you have any bucket list items? You know what a bucket list is?
like
Goals,
things I want to do.
Something you want to do. It could be next month, next year. It could be when you're 30 or 40. Yeah, something, just one of those goals that you want to do someday.
A goal is when I'm 18 to start trading in the stock market.
Oh, okay. That's a pretty soon bucket list item. So you got to be 18 soon. All right.
Yeah.
That's why we ask these questions. I never thought I'd get that answer. Okay, good. Let's go to, I guess Maycee's up next, and we'll go around one more time, or maybe twice. Do you have a celebrity crush?
Timothy Chalamet.
Who is it? Timothy Chalamet. Okay, who is he?
He's like an actor.
Okay, all right. You got all red when I asked you that question. All right. How about Lyla, favorite TV show? Do you binge at all? Do you binge watch?
I do for sure. Yeah. Oh,
What
that's
have you
a
liked?
tough
Give me
question.
one or two that you've really liked a lot.
Okay. I love Gossip Girl,
Okay.
and then I'd have to say Grey's Anatomy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic for sure. Okay, Samirah,
Yes.
do you have let's see here. Favorite Girl Scout cookie?
I actually do. It's like it got like caramel in it, and then like it got like chocolate swirls.
Is that
I
the
don't know what it's
do-si
called.
dough? Is that the do-si dough? I
I
don't
don't know.
remember. I used to have them all written down. Yeah, they're good though. Okay, Lyla, favorite Girl Scout cookie? Do you have a favorite?
I like that one that has like the fudge on the bottom, and then it also has like strips of fudge on top. I don't know.
Yeah.
What it's called. Yeah.
We don't know the names, but they're all good. Maycee, how about you?
I like the tag-alongs.
Tag-alongs. All right, no Thin Mints. I think Thin Mints are for older people. I like Thin Mints. All right. Samirah, do you like sweets?
Heck yeah. Heck
Okay.
yeah.
Favorite candy? That's right. You did say favorite candy.
Favorite nerd clusters.
Nerd clusters. Okay.
Mhm.
Lyla likes nerd clusters too. Lyla, what's your favorite dessert? We're gonna close it out here.
Favorite ice cream, like no
Ice cream.
question, ice cream. Yeah.
Okay. And Maycee, let's finish with favorite all-time favorite athlete. Any sport,
Athlete?
any level. Boy, girl.
Jason Tatum.
Jason Tatum. Okay. Boston Celtics, correct?
Yes.
Is he still with the Celtics?
Yeah. Didn't he tore something?
He's really good.
Okay now.
Really, really good. Okay, you guys survived keeping it light. You survived the regular part of the show and the light part of the show. And now we're down to shout outs. Samirah, do you want to shout anybody out? Anybody might be watching?
No.
No. that's the best. That's the best answer I've ever heard. Okay, Lyla, do you want to shout anybody out?
I guess maybe like if any of my teammates or my coaches would be watching, any of them.
Okay. If they're not watching now, they can watch it on replay. It'll be on our Facebook page and on our YouTube channel forever. Maycee, how about you? Any shout outs?
Probably my coaches and my teammates too.
Okay. All right. Good shout outs there. So, ladies, thank you very much. We want to thank once again Lyla Kaercher from Cedar Cliff, Maycee Yanoski from Mechanicsburg, and Samirah Mamoudou from East High, three of the top basketball players in the area. I don't even want to say girls basketball, just three of the top basketball players, period, in the area. Lyla and Maycee have a pretty darn big game against one another coming up. We're not sure. None of us are sure when it is, but it's in the near future, very near future. So if anybody out there likes to go out and sit in the gym and watch some high school basketball, go out and watch that game. Samirah has some important games left down the stretch, trying to get into the playoffs. You guys are kind of like right there on the cusp right now. So we wish you all well. We wish you good health. We wish you lots of wins. And thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate it.
Yep. Thanks for having me.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Enjoy the rest.